Peace, everybody. Let's get right to it. So, D.L. Hewley and Mike Rappaport are upset at Gilly the Kid and Deion Sanders because they're silent about resurfaced Dave Portnoy of Barstool, Barstool Sports. The recent racist tweets and comments have come up. The only reason they came up is because right now you got Deion Sanders, you got $1 million worth of games with Gilly the Kid and Wallow doing extremely well on that platform. And what ESPN, I believe, is trying to do is kill the competition. Because aside from Barstool Sports, you also have Outkick. Now, when you look at what's been happening recently at ESPN, there's no difference between ESPN, Barstool, and fucking Outkick. You know what I mean? It's that ESPN has taken a liberal approach. So that's why they always preaching politics. Remember, ESPN used to be sports, but during the last administration, it almost became another arm of CNN, and then it trickled down into sports, which is why you see Major League Baseball would do something as stupid as moving. Think about it. They moved the All-Star game from Atlanta because of their quote-unquote limitation on voting to a state where there was even more limitations on voting. I think as far as the difference was probably you could do it 7 days in Atlanta, and then you could do it 5 days in Colorado or where they moved it to. You know, so the move wasn't based on logic and common sense. It was just made in order to give the appearance of a logical protest, and it wasn't, you know. So they're getting mad at Gilly and Deion and Wallow because they're not saying nothing about Barstool and what David Portnoy said. And the reason why is these men know that there's a hypocrisy. D.L. Hewley and Michael Rappaport, they've never said shit about people that did the same thing that David Portnoy did. Now, David Portnoy, he went blackface to a party with Kevin Garnett and another basketball player, right? He put up a picture where there was a comparison between Colin Kaepernick and Osama bin Laden, where he says that they favor each other, right? And then there was another tweet where he tweeted, like, shout out to the man in Minnesota who drove, you know how those protesters would be blocking the road and they wouldn't let you get by, and then they would threaten people. So I guess there was a driver who just didn't take it and he just drove through the protesters, not condoning it, the actions, and not condoning what David Portnoy says. I am just letting you know to give you context on what David Portnoy said and did in contrast to what others have done, and D.L. Hewley and Mike Rappaport was silent about those things, right? Okay, so those are the things that David Portnoy allegedly did. Well, he did them, you know? And let's look at this, you know? Let's check this out. Well, give it context. Virginia Democratic Lieutenant Governor Northam, this guy in his, I'm not even going to talk, we're just going to let it go. And I'm sorry, we don't have all that editing skills right now to do all that stuff, you know.
Developments involving Virginia's Governor Ralph Northam. An explosive image surfacing from his medical yearbook page in 1984. The page shows two men, one in blackface, the other dressed as a member of the Ku Klux Klan. It was first posted by a conservative website just a short time ago, the governor admitting one of those men is him. ABC's David Curley leads us off.
Calls tonight for Virginia's governor to resign because of this photo. One person in blackface, one in a Ku Klux Klan robe. It's part of Democrat Ralph Northam's 1984 medical school yearbook page. And tonight, the governor is acknowledging he is one of those people, although not disclosing which one. Tonight, the NAACP is calling on Northam to resign, saying blackface in any manner is always racist, no matter the party affiliation. We cannot stand for such behavior. It comes as Northam, who is also a doctor, is under fire for his comments in support of a Virginia bill that would lift restrictions on late-term abortions.
And it's done in cases where there may be severe deformities, there may be a fetus that's non-viable. So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered, the infant would be kept comfortable, the infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired, and then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother.
Conservatives accusing Northam of essentially supporting infanticide.
David Curley joins us now tonight, and Governor Northam's office saying his abortion comments that we just heard have been taken out of context, and that he obviously does not support the killing of an infant. But David, I want to focus what just happened tonight. Moments ago, Governor Northam releasing a very different statement about that blackface photo.
About the photo with the blackface and the Ku Klux Klan robe, he said, "I am deeply sorry for the decision to appear in that photo." He said it is clearly racist and offensive. As far as the calls for him to resign, he did not say he would. He said it will take time and serious effort to heal. Tom?
David Curley with those explosive developments tonight. All right, David, thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube
So,
channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show how...
And I went to D.L. Hughley's Twitter page from that time. Virginia Governor's 1984 yearbook page shows people in blackface Ku Klux Klan robe, right? It's not people. It was fucking him. He admitted to it. So you see that right there? So DL is smart enough to know you got to mention it, but you're not going to say that it was him. And we all know, if it was Orange Man's bad, next door's neighbor's cousin's brother from Walla Walla, Washington, that did it, he would have put it as Orange Man's bag, associate, wears blackface in yearbook. You understand? So that's the hypocrisy of it, all right? That's Northam. So now we're going to go check another one now, right?
Hey, Sarah. First of all, I think that, we didn't handle the pandemic as a country. At my back. That would affect us more, absolutely. That's why I'm running for office.
Come on, Kim. Excuse me, I have to say something to you. He told Bob Woodward that it was a very serious issue, and it's airborne, and that it was terrible. And then he went out and told the American people, don't wear masks, it's all going to go away. You have to put some blame on your president. I'm sorry.
Did the same thing
You're
too.
putting it on
Not to
something
get off topic.
extraneous here. Talk to the point, please.
Is this Joy speaking? The same Joy? The same
Yes.
Joy that
Yes.
paraded around in blackface not too long ago? Come on, Joy, I don't think you should be
That's
asking
not
these
true.
questions. I am.
Excuse me. The black community had my back. They know that
black
that was not
community has my
blackface, that
back.
was an homage. Oh,
The
please,
black
just
community
answer the
has my
question.
back.
Black community has your back? The black community has your
Yes,
back?
they do. Sonny,
The
Yes.
black community did
Sonny,
not
tell
vote for you.
And this is a
The
woman
black
of
community
color.
did not vote for you. What
It was
planet
during
are
a
you
special
living on?
election. Sonny, can I speak?
What
It was
planet are
during-
you living on?
It was during a special election.
Wow.
We were
Okay.
still.
So now, when Michael Rappaport and D.L. Hughley want to demonize Wallow, Gilly, and Deion Sanders because they staying with Barstool Sports based on what David Portnoy did, but they ignored this shit right here because that's what Joy did. Joy said the black community had her back, and obviously Sonny concurs. And Whoopi didn't leave that show because Joy Behar, Blackface Behar, was on the show. So that's the hypocrisy, that's out here, If it's the other side that does it, it's a crisis. If it's the people on your side that does it, willful ignorance. And that's that bullshit. And that's why they're going to do that Deion Sanders documentary on Barstool. And that's why Gillian Wallow is still winning on Barstool Sports. So all that hypocrisy and outrage by Michael Rappaport and D.L. Hughley, again, is that DNC bullshit, man. It's just that hypocritical DNC bullshit. People got to wake up. And I think people are waking up. That's why it's not gaining any traction, the fake outrage. You know what I'm saying?